In December 1850, the first 4 shiploads of settlers arrived in Lyttelton Harbour. Many were the problems that the founders of Christchurch had to face, and it's encouraging to recall the ways in which they solved them. The prospects were for a long, arduous and expensive struggle, for the settlement was sited as much upon swamp as upon dry plain. The pioneers showed vision and forethought in creating some of the formal advantages of contemporary Christchurch. The city grew and prospered as each problem was overcome. Now, some 100 years later, a new plan is being designed to permit the continuation, indeed expansion, of 100 years of growth. The need arises from the success of the city itself, a hinterland made productive, a population with high living standards, and a common belief in a prosperous future. The scale of the present problem is formidable, perhaps almost overwhelming at first sight, but it is no greater than the question of simple existence which was faced and overcome in the first 2 decades of Christchurch's history. Today, the citizens of Christchurch must face the rapid development of traffic congestion within their city, and if the city is to flourish, they must expedite a solution. Within less than 1 generation, over 130,000 persons are expected to be added to the population now living within 10 miles of Cathedral Square, the centre of the city. The growth of 60% in population will require the provision of homes, schools, workplaces, public and recreational facilities over an enlarged urban area. The particular problem is the increased movement of people and vehicles as they go about their daily tasks of meeting the demands of urban life. Ease and rapidity of movement are vital to a modern city. To discuss this transportation problem requires an understanding of the nature of its causes. It is important to know why people travel, how many travel, by what modes, along which routes, and at what time. It is expected that the people will have a higher standard of living than that of today, and one of the important consequences will be the ownership of more cars per family and an increasing utilization of them. The number of cars and trade vehicles in 1980 is estimated to increase by over 130%. The doubling of traffic in the central area of the city creates a demand for additional parking. Parking is already a pressing problem and has led to the construction of several parking buildings, and many more will be required. picture is now sufficiently in focus to indicate the challenge of the next 2 decades. The conclusion of the investigations, of the surveys, analysis and prediction of Christchurch traffic is that the present stress system will require substantial modifications to meet the demands of the volume of traffic forecast for 1980. The transportation plan includes reducing the outline network to a geometrical design, determining the types of roads, preparing a study of access and parking. The outline of a transportation plan to meet the demands of the volume of traffic forecast for 1980 is already before the community. The challenge is the effective implementing of a transportation network that will serve the mounting need for travel. If urban traffic moves freely, easily and in growing volume, the city will prosper in a way that will serve best the needs not only of the urban population but also of the rural community of which the city is an integral part.